Yeah,
is
it
running a little bit better.
looks like they've fixed up the load speeds and whatnot.
The HUD drifts.
Yeah, there's some HUD drift if you have your helmet on. All right, you ready to shit up the interspaces?
Yeah,
All
shut it
right.
up. Shut it up
Well,
with shitty particles.
good evening, everybody. This is Hob,
This is cheesesteak.
and as usual, we are playing Space Engineers. And it's been a little while, so there've been quite a few updates, and unfortunately, I think some of them have kind of given us the shaft once again. Cheese died in a med bay, or in a cryo bay.
As usual.
So, and this time it wasn't the fault of Freya. It looks like oxygen is broken-ish. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. The cryo bays, even though they are fully hooked up and functional, and show that they're fully hooked up and functional, kill you if you get into them. So we won't be doing that today. Bottles seem to be working. I'm not so sure about oxygen generation in general. Oxygen tanks aren't functioning correctly at the moment, so it's all just kind of a mess. And unfortunately, I don't have a whole ton of time today, but I was hoping maybe we could get something done. What were we working on? We were working on the tunnel,
Hangar
weren't we?
bay.
The
Hangar bay and
hangar
entrance.
the hangar bay
Yep.
tunnel. All right. Well, let's go see where we're at on that and see if we can't maybe get something going. All right.
I'm
Outer
glad you
door
reminded me
open.
about my oxygen bottle. I've got that in my inventory again now.
Yeah, I made sure to pick it up off of your corpse before it ran away. All right. So let's see where we're at. What do
Oh,
we
home
got?
sweet home, how I have missed thee.
All right. We've got. What do we got? We got a tunnel.
My
We have
performance in general is much better.
a broken tunnel. It does seem to be quite a bit better. The general performance does seem to be quite a bit better. Yeah, I will definitely agree with that.
However, they do still seem to like to introduce bugs with every patch.
Well, you gotta have a hobby, right? It's important to have hobbies.
98 bucks in the code, I think I'll rather 98 bucks in the code. Take one down, pass it around, 129 bucks in the code to debug.
So I kind of almost think I want to run a. Ooh, don't fly too fast down there, Hob. You'll hurt yourself. I kind of almost think I want to run a strip of lights down the center channel on either side and sync them up so that they blink in sequence when the door opens.
That'd be great.
And so that the sequence changes depending on which door is open. That may require a lot more skill than I have at the moment in terms of getting lights to function.
I'd like to see color changing lights. Do we have different colored lights? Red, green?
You can set lights up to change colors.
I'd like to see red when it's opening up on the outside. We got one set of doors. I was working on this back set here before we logged off in perpetuity. But should be good to start getting down.
That might actually go over a little too far. Go. Ooh, got a little
Looks like
jiggle
9
there.
minutes across.
What's that?
Yeah, 9 units across. Let's see what I got over there. Ah, drill.
Wait,
Don't drill me, bro.
you're like way over there. You should be safe. More or less. Potentially less.
Watch for falling debris. Never tell me once. Yep, you're right. It was one too far. So this should be better.
Alright, let's see here.
Have you seen the USA show Mr. Robot?
Yeah, I watched the first couple of episodes out of it. It was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I've got it's dug its claws into me. I think I've watched 5 episodes now.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it had an interesting concept.
I'm particularly fascinated with the amount of time they put into actually making it somewhat accurate for all the hacking and technical jargon.
Oh yeah. I haven't paid that much attention to it. But yeah, I mean, well, and I mean in this day and age, if you're not accurate about that kind of stuff, you're asking to get in trouble. I mean, I get frustrated when people say weird things about like computer networking in movies now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So to see that they actually put some time into looking at this kind of makes me happy. You know, as opposed to the worst I still think is, I'm trying to remember which cop drama it was, but generic cop drama. I think it was NCIS. They're starting to get hacked. I'm pretty sure it's NCIS. They're starting to get hacked, and 2 people hop on the same keyboard in an effort to counter the hacker.
Yes, that was NCIS, and yes, that was annoying.
Oh my God. That's some serious, synchronization, riding the same brainwave right there.
Yeah, that was an NCIS thing. And I like NCIS. But mostly because of Abby.
Yeah, she's funny. Okay. How far down did this need to go? The doors extend 3 spaces, correct?
Yeah, you should be able to match it up with this door over here. Oh, let's see. What have I watched recently? Oh, I introduced Mrs. Hob to Gremlins.
Oh, introduced? What
Yep.
crime?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I need life support.
Gremlins.
Or I need energy. Energy.
Did you get a bottle? Oh, energy.
No. No, just add a juice. Add a juice. Dive, dive, dive. Haha, success. I will not die because of lack of energy today. Yeah, she had never seen Gremlins, so I had to get her to watch Gremlins, and then get her to watch Gremlins 2, the new batch.
You gotta go all the way through with it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's culturally important and all.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I forgot the number I counted.
Good job.
I still haven't watched Sharknado 3. I need to watch Sharknado 3 now.
I watched it. It is ridiculous, and it is good.
As the Lord would have intended.
A little jittery there.
Yeah, it seems to be saving frequently. I think that's what these jitters are.
Yeah, well, it's set to save like it's supposed to be like every 5 minutes, but maybe Maybe they changed the auto-save function. It used to be like every 5 minutes it would save. No, I haven't really been paying a whole lot of attention to most of the new shows. Mr. Robot looked kind of interesting, but I don't know. I just not a lot of time for TV shows lately.
Yeah, it's the only one that I'm actively watching at this point, and it's only because I'm able to download it on Google Play.
Although I did watch the first season of a series called Dark Matter. That one's kind of weird.
Oh, I heard of that.
Yeah, it was on Netflix, and I was still on the overnights, and so I had some time to like actually watch it. And yeah, that one was bizarre. It just gets all kinds of convoluted really quick. It's not bad. As cheesy sci-fi goes, it's got better acting than some films. So or some shows. So you can take that for what it's worth. All right, let's see.
Is it a sci-fi show?
Well, it's a science fiction show. Yeah, it's not sci-fi. It's not sci-fi produced, not Sci-Fi Channel produced.
Gotcha. Because those can be good, but corny sometimes.
Oh yeah.
I feel like a lot of the actors sign contracts with sci-fi because I see them pop up in so many things on that channel.
Yeah, yeah. Today's been a Casper Van Dien disaster movie thing for some reason. I watched one disaster movie that had Casper Van Dien in it, and it's like, oh, we're gonna load up all the Casper Van Dien, and I'm like, no, really, you don't need to. He's terrible. Like he had one
culturally significant though.
One halfway decent film, and that was and he got nothing out of it. And that was Starship Troopers, and I say halfway decent because the rest of the actors really carried him. And then it was nothing but crappy sci-fi disaster flicks, and like not even he can't even do those well. It's kind of sad.
What really got me was the discrepancy in tone between Starship Troopers the movie and Starship Troopers what the author of the book actually intended.
Yeah, there's a pretty significant difference in the tone of the movie versus the book. There's no question about that. But I think you have to take into account that the movie really only addresses a blip, a fraction of what's going on in the book. I mean, when you really boil it down, yeah. I mean, because the book itself is, it's pretty expansive. I mean, it covers conflict between humans on a pretty broad scale, with several races, not just the bugs. And so that not being there definitely has an effect on the overall tone. Why is nothing working today? None of
I can't seem to get this placed.
Man, what the hell is going on? Like, none of my ore sorting isn't working. I mean, like, just nothing. Nothing is working. I do not know what the dealio is. Did I, like, not connect something correctly? It's all tied in, right?
Oh, we got that all troubleshot.
Yeah, well, we had it all. Oh, no, it is not tied in. That one is not tied into that portion of the system. That's why. Okay. Apparently we went a different way. I don't know why we went that way, but we went a different way. Come here, iron ore. Let's see if we can get you into the system where you belong.
We're in between the fifth. Golly gee.
Ha. Off you go. There we are.
That's where it needs to be connected. I feel like I learned that before.
What's that? Oh, yeah,
doors
those
have to connect on the side.
Yeah, they have to be connected sideways to each other. Why? I don't know why I keep doing that.
I attach it to the face of a block, and it wasn't working.
Yeah, that doesn't work very well. But yeah, so Casper Van Dien today. I don't know what the hell was up with that. It was just, it's like, we're going to play all the Casper Van Dien movies. No, that's quite enough of you.
Didn't take too long before you realized your mistake, I'm assuming.
Yo, yeah, it was pretty quick. Well, in the first one I watched, it was funny because it was 500-mile-per-hour storm. Absolutely abysmal movie, by the way. But I mostly turned it on for noise. And it's they fill, like, it's like they couldn't come up with enough story for the movie to actually make a full-length movie. So like all of the action running scenes, like where they're trying to get away from stuff, everybody's stopping and looking back and looking behind themselves, and they fill in the rest of the space. Well, they fill in the rest of the space with slow motion running scenes. I'm just, I'm like, why are we slow motion running again? It's not that intense. This is not an intense moment. They're running. Oh, look, it's slow motion again. So it was a perpetual slow motion running movie. It was pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But you know, I live on bad disaster movies, so I guess I can't really say much.
You did this to yourself.
Oh yeah. It's I totally take responsibility for that. So how's everything running over there? I've been digging along this trench here, and doesn't seem like we're getting any lag.
Yeah, I've dug out quite a few spaces using the right-click dig, and it seems to be working mostly okay.
Oh, that's good.
My PC's not lagging up like it used to.
That's good. I fired up DirectX 11 to see how it would run, and we get better frames, or I get better frames than I was before, but it's still like barely usable on my system. And I have a feeling that that's actually got more to do with my video card at this point than it does with the DirectX 11, because I'm getting more frames now.
And
check your energy, sir.
About halfway still.
Okay.
Last one. What do I need? Computers, motors, tubes, components, and plates. Oh my.
Yeah, you can just grab the little jury rig. He should have pretty much everything that you need.
Look at him. Oh, look at this guy. Classic. I forgot all about him. Sitting here all nondescript like.